Well, happy Rusev Day again, everybody. Yay, Rusev Day.
Every day is Rusev Day.
Yes, very much so. This is Guerrilla Blood Radio. I'm Daniel. He's Scott. Might have the Aaron Kendrick.
I'm Daniel. You're Scott.
Is it opposite day, too, on top of Rusev Day?
No, I just wanted to be someone else.
Oh. Okay. Well, hey, put your lucha mask on while we're doing the show. Then you could be somebody completely anonymous.
It's damaged.
No.
Yeah, seriously, like frills around the eyes are coming off.
Aww. Man.
So now I need to finally find a Blue Demon mask, and I need a new El Santo mask. So what I'm thinking of doing with this one is like shredding it, making like a damaged El Santo mask. So if I ever go out as El Santo for Halloween, put fake blood there.
Yeah.
And just make it seem like someone tried to rip my mask off.
That's cool. I like that. That's pretty neat.
I'm gonna make that shit work, you know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, on top of that, Happy New Year to you, Scott.
Yay! It's 2018.
Yeah. How many times have you screwed up and put 17 on your drawing still?
Once.
Oh, lucky.
I've been straight up purposely taking time with my signature. 2018 for some reason has been much easier than 2017 to get past. Plus, thank God, the top of the 7 can be turned into an 8 real easily.
Yes.
Just in case I do fuck it up. I haven't yet, but I can.
Yeah, no, I know, man. It's one of those things where as soon as I start again, writing checks, I paid all my bills before the first of the year, so I didn't have to think about it. But I know the second I get into a classroom and I got to write the date on the board, I'm gonna do it. I know I'm gonna do it.
Well, you didn't work last week at all?
No, dude, we've had the whole week off of school.
Why?
Because we had the week of Christmas off, and we usually get 2 weeks for winter break. So we got the week of Christmas off, and then we got the week.
Winter.
Yeah, I know. It's just I don't know.
I need a week off. You realize it's not got over 25 degrees in New York this whole fucking week. Wind chill factor is negative 15 today, and I went out to work. Fuck you and your extra week off.
I'm sorry. I don't like it myself only because I don't get paid.
Oh no, I don't go to work. Fuck you. I can't feel my balls.
Ay. I'm sorry.
Jesus, you realize the last 2 days the temperature has just been dropping.
Yeah, that's
dropping, like not going up. Just hey, guess what? We're going to continue falling. You know?
Yeah.
Let's see what the Weather Channel. The Weather Channel. Oh, it's 6 degrees right now.
Let's see. Here it would be 54.
Fuck you.
Ah, man, I'm sorry. That's the best part about winter is watching it on TV from here.
Good God. Oh my God, tomorrow is a high of 18.
Yay.
Up in the world.
Yay. It's only slightly freezing.
No. Monday's only slightly freezing because it's 31.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, it's a low of 0 tonight.
Good Lord.
I didn't know we really have a low of just 0.
Hey, I mean...
I'm like maybe a -1, a -2, just like 0. It just feels so disheartening.
Shoot, I was watching a hockey game the other night. The Sharks are up on a Canadian swing, and they were saying that inside it was super comfortable, and outside it's a balmy -16. I'm like...
Where the fuck global warming when you need it?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's kind of just weather, I guess. I don't know, but
no, this is fuck, man. This is colder than normal. Okay, this shit ain't normal, even for New York. Like we had over a week. It was damn near 2 weeks of below freezing temperatures every day. I'm not talking about like that was the low. No, that was the high. Most days we didn't reach the 30s. Actually, I don't think we've reached the 30s in the last week and a half at all.
Yeah.
Monday is going to be the first time we reach the 30s again. And then we're going to get a nice, wow, it looks like at least a good few days of warm weather. A high of 38 on Tuesday, high of 37 on Wednesday. The most important thing, though, the low is 33.
Well, at least you won't be lit.
Oh, God, yes, a low of 33. Not a low of 14, not a low of 18, not a low of fucking 0. But a low of 33. Friday is a high of 48. Maybe we'll actually stick around after work and play games instead of running to go home. Maybe I don't have to go to work and wear 2 pairs of socks or 2 pairs of pants one day this week.
Yikes.
Oh, God. The only good thing about there being a blizzard that we had on Thursday, it's a very minor blizzard. Like, I don't think they really should have shut down the schools, but it's kind of a good thing they did because it wasn't really snowy, but it was windy and it was blowing snow that already fallen around.
Do you want me to infuriate you more?
Oh, great. What's it going to be, 70 tomorrow?
No. Last year, there was a day of school that was canceled because they had literally some crazy amount of rain that was predicted to hit, and it was going to be nonstop all day. So they legitimately canceled school. It wasn't nearly as bad as they thought, so they reopened the school the next day. They missed it by 1 day. The day that you should have had canceled was the day that we all went back to school, and
it's fucking
rain. For some reason, I don't know what it is. The drainage at our school sucks. Some of our hallways were flooded.
That's because you built on swampland, apparently. It's so up through the ground.
It was crazy, dude. Like, one of the hallways started to get flooded.
It rains. People drive like fucktards here. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's everybody. That's every place.
No. New York is a special kind of fucktardery, okay? When it comes to driving. They're fucking morons. Actually, being a fucking moron would be a step up from the fucktardery that comes from them when they drive. But no one's ever said, well, we're going to close the school because it's going to rain. Except for maybe a hurricane. You know, those giant twisty clouds of death that bring, 120 miles per hour winds, flooding rain. Oh, it's going to rain all day. You know what? Just stay home, you pampered little bitches.
Dude, even when I was in Texas, they didn't close the school down for tornado warnings.
Yeah, because people have balls in most neighborhoods.
Hi, Aaron. Aaron's joining us.
Hello there. Goes over. Hello there.
Hi. How's work? Oh, apparently he's not at work. I heard Con. Hi, Con.
Con said hi.
That's his cat.
I'm at work tonight. I'm at home.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess Con wants to come over here and say something now. Here, I'll turn on the video scope. Yeah.
So we can see the cat. Unfortunately, you people can't see it. That's
Con,
funny.
Come here. She's fighting me.
That's funny. His orange tabby.
Hey.
Cat's like, what the hell are you doing to me?
Your cat's just sitting here like, oh god, kill me.
That's funny.
I've seen that look on cats before. I've had 2 in my life, and they've had that look a lot when I pick them up. Oh god, kill me. Then I open a can of food and they're like, I love you. No, that's always Con. She always loves me. Isn't that right, Daniel?
Unfortunately, sometimes at the wrong times, you'd be playing video games. It's like, damn it, Con, get off of me.
Yeah. And she's like a dog. She loves deli rubs. Most cats do. I've not heard that.
Yeah, no, a lot of the cats that I've known.
There's cats that they don't, but you pet them on their belly. They want to be rubbed. They want to be petted.
No, some cats.
They're usually pretty defensive about it because Con was at first until she realized she loved it. Nah, my cats, you just scratch them anywhere. Anywhere? Anywhere.
Fucking Aaron. All right. Well, shit. Since we got Aaron on here, we were talking before the show. Have you seen the Wrestle Kingdom 12 yet? Because that was freaking amazing show.
I saw Jericho and Omega. I have not seen the rest of the show.
Okay.
Yeah, you stop there.
Okay. Well, we're gonna spoil the rest of the show for you, and you can go watch the rest of it.
Well, I already know what happened. Just haven't seen it.
Okay. Well, we're gonna run this down because all of us, for the most part, then saw at least the important one, which was the one everybody was clamoring for, was Alpha versus Omega there. But the show itself, dude, from top to bottom, was just solid. I mean,
so work was canceled on Thursday, and I was just bullshitting, like, I'm going to read some comments. I saw on Instagram someone noted that Wrestle Kingdom was on. I'm like, oh shit, it is. Let me go find it. And I caught the last 5 minutes of the Rumble.
Which, those are fun, but it's weird to see they have to get a pinfall.
Well, no, sometimes they were thrown over the top rope, too. The last two guys before Cheeseburger died.
I love that guy, dude.
Before he got eliminated from the match, two guys got thrown out. What's up?
Yeah, they do have that, I guess, with it too. But it's just weird to see the pinfall in the middle of it. But yeah, so that wasn't all that bad. I honestly, I don't follow Japanese wrestling enough to know who Masahiro Kakihara is. But he's the one who won the match. He was only in there for like 2 seconds, it seemed like.
About 5 minutes. He was the last guy in.
Yeah.
But I think he recently went through an illness. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I think they said he was recovering from leukemia or something.
Yeah. Wow.
And he's 45 also.
Good on him, man. Well, Cheeseburger fucking stole the show in the Rumble.
I don't know. I only saw the last 5 minutes of it. Even though it is Cheeseburger, and I've kind of come to like Cheeseburger.
He's funny. If you guys have...
I've always liked Cheeseburger the food.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't seen Cheeseburger the wrestler, he's basically like not even 100 pounds soaking wet. And he's
a tiny black man who dresses like Hayabusa.
Oh, he's hilarious, man. He starts throwing punches and chops, and it literally looks like they're looking at him like it tickles.
It is entertainment. It is entertainment. Look, I really didn't find appreciation for him because he was doing the Brutal Bob's Burger thing for a while. I hated that because I just hated Brutal Bob.
Oh, gosh.
So I really didn't find any appreciation for Cheeseburger until I saw him live at an ROH pre-show.
Nice.
Oddly enough, against, the Tempura Boys.
Hey!
Who actually opened up the program this year.
Yep.
Because they're now Roppongi 3K.
Managed by Rocky Romero.
What? I used to watch these guys job at the beginning of ROH shows. And now they're the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Champs? Where the fuck was I?
Yeah, dude. They're going to be around for a while, man. They're good. They put on a hell of a show with the Bucks.
Look, I gotta say, though, I watched the tag matches, and I was not really impressed with any of them except for the first one. And I was very upset with, you got guys in the ring for 6-7 minutes at a time, beating the shit out of each other with the referee just kind of standing there. Then all of a sudden, one leaves the ring and then gets tagged back in.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, some semblance of
the way the fucking Bucks beat the shit out of Rocky Romero, they should have been counted out twice.
Probably, yeah. They don't start the countouts for like a minute and a half, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, I'm going to get back in the ring now, and then I'm going to start counting.
Seriously, it's just the lack of rules or the lack of, keeping the rules consistent really bugged the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of it.
I mean, I can understand that. But, so the Bucks are the new junior tag team champions. We had the...
I thought they were the champs all along.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had no idea what was going on. Oh, they're challenging. Who are they challenging? Wait, show and you... Wait, the fucking Tempura Boys?
I mean, it's easy to keep up with who's the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, Intercontinental Champion, and Junior Heavyweight Champion. All the other folks, yeah, then the U.S. champ.
Yeah, the tag titles just kind of jump from place to place all the time.
Yeah, you never know who it is, even too. Sometimes pairing up with each other. So I mean, even when this one, like the next match on the card was the gauntlet match for the never open 6-man tag titles, and I'm like, go ahead.
The titles went to the Bullet Club the next night on the 5th.
I'm
gonna watch that after the New Year's Dash that they do.
Yeah, the New Year's Dash.
Okay.
More than one title changed hands the next night.
Yeah, because this one.
That is ridiculous, man. You already just changed titles. Now you changing titles again? Come on.
Well, this one, the Bullet Club were the champions going into this gauntlet match. The never open weight 6-man tag is basically their version of a 6-man tag. It doesn't matter what weight class you're in; they could be anything. But it was
the trios title.
Yeah, it's basically a trios title. It was the
like the never open weight. I just like the open weight thing, like just and challenge for it.
Yeah. So this one, the champions going into it were the Bullet Club members, the Bad Luck Fale and the Gorillas of Destiny.
And Tonga Loa, which damn man, it's nice to see Camacho do something.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I always thought the man was talented. You could tell he was bored with his character because that's not him.
Yeah.
Dude's not Latino.
Yeah. So.
He's the fucking son of Haku.
Yeah, and then so in this one, then again, gauntlet style match. I can't even remember who the first one's in. The Bullet Club were the last ones in.
War Machine against Suzuki Gun, I think, or Suzuki Gun.
Yeah, maybe. Well, here's the fun part. I've heard some shit because didn't Michael Elgin get in some trouble?
Yeah.
He's had some issues. I don't know. Did he like? I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe Aaron, you know exactly what it is.
It was another case of infidelity, I guess, for lack of a better term. He got caught sexting a young woman. I don't think she's in the business, but she kind of has ties in the business, from what I can tell.
Okay.
But so Michael Elgin's a whore.
Well, to my knowledge, there's some people that are like making it seem like it's way worse than maybe what we're leading on, because I heard he has beef with War Machine and they paired him up with the War Machine.
Well, it's all about this girl. I want to say she's friends with Raymond Rowe. And when he found out about it, I think he kind of had a beef. And in the text messages that she screenshotted and published, he was talking shit about Jeff Cobb, for one. I did see that. And, of course, they're working together. They were teaming in the tag tournament.
Well,
he was complaining about being paired up with him because he's not over.
Also bringing it up here, I just typed it in just to see what I could find. It's someone claiming sexual assault against him.
Yeah.
So, holy shit. So, yeah, I can understand why people might be a little pissed off at him and not want to work with him or book him.
Yeah, but Japan seems to not give a shit.
Yeah. So Suzuki Goon started it off then with the War Machine and Michael Elgin team. I think they advanced. They faced off against Taguchi Japan, which is the Funky Weapon, Raisuke, Taguchi, Togi Makabe, and Juice Robinson.
Fucking Juice Robinson.
Dude, who would have thunk that the freaking hippie, man? I'm glad you did, because I didn't see that shit coming.
Look, I looked at him and I'm like, this dude's a jobber to the stars for a reason right now. People come in and they, make their name against, CJ Parker for a reason, because the dude's talented. He has a chance if they give him one. Japan gave him one, and holy shit, Juice Robinson's fun to watch. And I am not at all surprised. No. I am not at all surprised.
I am. So, but the Funky Weapon there, Taguchi, wound up getting pinned and lost the match for his team. And then out came Chaos, which was Beretta, Tomohiro Ishii, and Toru Yano, sorry. I think that was the order. Correct me if I'm wrong, or if you, I don't remember.
I don't care. They won. I still don't know what the fuck is going on. It was a weird match, and again with the fucking weird tag team rules that they have in New Japan, I was not a fan of this match at all.
Yeah. Then
although Super Knee lift from Rowe, so breaking guys' faces.
that might be the last time you ever see War Machine in New Japan, considering the rumors we keep hearing about WWE going after him.
Problem with this.
Nope, I don't either. So, let's see. Up next, we had Cody with Brandy Rhodes against Kota Ibushi.
See, I missed this because I dozed off because it was at this point 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I need to wake back up and watch this match. I shall probably do that after this and then watch New Year's Dash.
Yeah, that would be cool. So Kota got the W in that one, but again, most of these matches, it's funny when you go and you look at the times on these matches are all in the teens minute-wise or more. Like at the minimum, they're in the low teens.
The shortest match is actually the next one at 14:14.
Yeah.
Much longer than this because it wasn't a good match.
So you had the KES, the Killer Elite Squad, Davey Boy Smith Jr., and Lance Archer defending the IW.
I think both these guys were in the E at one point.
Yeah, exactly. Defending the tag titles, the heavyweight tag titles, against the Los Ingobernables de Japón. I think I said it right. Sonata and Evil.
I know if you try again.
So, dude, it's funny to see some of these guys who are like, again, TNA had them, and now Sonata is doing big things in Japan again. So, kind of crazy.
They tried to give him a rub in TNA.
He did. He got the X Division title, I think, at least once.
Well, I mean, they called him the Great Sonata and put him over the Great Muta.
Yeah. They gave him the Muta gimmick too. Yeah. So, but that one wasn't a bad one. Again, it's very much size.
The Killer Elite Squad literally kicking the ass of LIJ for 75% of the match.
Yeah. The size.
Not good beatdown either.
Yeah, the size factor was what got him. So. For a while.
I will say this though, I used to shit on Davey Boy Smith Jr. a lot.
Yeah.
Because in the E, he was absolute shit.
Mm-hmm.
He has become a hell of a good wrestler.
When was he shit?
Like he was teaming with fucking Tyson Kidd. He was boring as hell.
I'm hanging up on you right now.
Well, that's good. You don't need to be on the show anyway.
Scott.
Aaron.
I'm sorry. I'm at a loss of words.
Hey, I got.
So bad. I've never made any bones about it either. I've been saying that ever since.
Hey, I got all the. Yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
So I've never heard anyone really say anything bad about the way Harry Smith works.
Oh my god, I thought he was shit early on. When he left the company, I'm like, good, he's gone. Won't miss him. Still don't miss him. Glad he's doing well in New Japan. He's gotten much better. I miss Lance Archer.
Wow. See, you're so ass backwards right now. Lance Archer has always been shit.
Yeah, I always thought he had much more potential than a lot of other guys if doing it right. I enjoy watching him work than other people. I actually really liked his team with Kid Cash and TNA.
Well, that makes one.
Well, from there, we did a hair versus hair match. And it was the only reason why that was happened to be a hair versus hair match is because Minoru Suzuki had beaten the shit out of Goto multiple times. Yeah, and Goto's like, hey, I want another match. And Suzuki's like, why? He goes, because I'll put my hair on the line.
I've kicked your ass several times. Why would you do this?
Yeah, so.
And then Suzuki's like, wow, now you made this interesting.
Yeah, so.
I think I shall partake in this kicking of your ass one more time. I will say this is my favorite match until match number 8 of the card.
9. Well,
no, technically 8. The other one's
pre-show. Okay.
Properly.
Okay.
It should be 0A or 0B.
Yeah, no, I get you. Okay, sorry. I know. So, but
I enjoy it. It's a nice stiff match. My God, Suzuki's been beating the crap out of people for 20 some odd years now?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember watching him like a decade ago on like tapes and shit. Just like, wow, this dude's evil.
See, normally I don't like these kind of like strong style, like everything is it's almost a shoot. And normally for me, it just kind of sour taste in my mouth. But this one was like, okay, this is a little different. It wasn't as brutal, and you're not seeing.
It's just like beef on beef violence, so I enjoy shit like
Well,
that.
you don't see as many
Crap
headbutts.
out of each other.
Yeah, you don't see as many headbutts. That's
My favorite thing I've ever seen was Danzig, I'm sorry, getting hung up by the fishing hooks. So
what?
Can we hang up on him? Can we just hang up on him already?
So,
Proving that there's something wrong with him today. Can we just hang up with him? Start with him again next week? You know, this New Year's not going off very well.
Well, Goto finally got his revenge, and it's crazy because even this, it's supposed to have no people at ringside, and
Of course, Suzuki Goon involved themselves.
Yeah.
Suzuki Goon.
yeah, well, even though Suzuki lost, they were trying to grab him and pull him back to the back, and he's like, "No, get the hell off of me!" And went back in the ring and sat down and shaved his own head after he lost. So.
It was a matter of honor and respect. Even though it was dishonorable to do so, he still had the honor to do it himself.
Mm-hmm. So I thought that was pretty cool. Possibly another candidate for match of the night here. The 4-way.
I gave an honorable mention.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave. Let me see what I gave honorable mention. Give me a second. Let me go to the website.
I think it was Goto, Suzuki, this one, and then Omega Jericho. I think is what you put up there.
Yeah, well, I had to give it to Goto and Suzuki because that was honestly my match of the night until Alpha and Omega.
Yeah.
It really was. Honorable mention goes out to the Fatal 4-Way between Marty Scurll, who is already up for entrance of the year, by the way.
Yeah, that was sick.
Will Ospreay, Kushida, and Hikaru Takahashi felt so out of place in that match.
You know what?
What about Daryl?
Daryl was there. He was.
Daryl was not there. It was a mystery cat.
Technically, yes. It was a cat in a mask that sat ringside on the announce table.
Hey, Scott, did you happen to see the video of the Young Bucks hitting the Meltzer driver on Daryl?
No, but I hate that move.
Why?
It's a stupid move, and it's also Dave Meltzer related.
So, what about the Indie Taker?
Again
what?
I'm not a huge Young Bucks fan. I think they're very talented. I just think some of the moves that they do are fucking idiotic. Just give me more bang for your buck, and I'm good.
Okay, so since when is a spike pile driver a bad move?
It's the stupid flip that goes with it.
Okay, that's with the Meltzer driver, but the Indie Taker is just the spike pile driver.
Then fine, the Indie Taker's fine, but the fucking Meltzer driver is retarded as all shit.
Okay.
Another flip.
First of all, using that word proves your ignorance in this whole thing. So I don't want to hear it.
Fine, I take that back, alright? Even though you make did you hear my whole use of the word fucktardery?
Yeah, I did. I let that slide, but then you said the R word. So
Okay, fine. I retract that, even though that's just something that's been used over time. It slips out. I try not to. But honestly, I fucking hate that move.
don't listen to him, Colin. He didn't mean it.
Oh gosh, now he's talking to the cat.
Oh God, you know what? I'm gonna call this a night already.
Oh goodness gracious! All right, we're not even done with the card yet. So
I don't need this shit. I'm gonna call it a night. I don't need to start my new year like this.
So four-way Marty Scurll defending, wound up losing. Ospreay is now the junior heavyweight champion. Then we had the Intercontinental Championship match, Tanahashi defending against Jay White, who literally looks like Pete Dunne dressed up as Kenny Omega the Cleaner for Halloween.
Or one of the Columbine friggin', I don't even know what the hell they're called. I haven't made the joke.
The Trenchcoat Mafia or whatever.
Yes, oh my God. You know what? Fucking Aaron's got me all flustered now. I quit. I'm done. What? Yeah, I'm done.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night.
No. Please no. Tanahashi won, but he's looking old, man. He's looking slow. Scott even was saying the same thing beforehand.
I honestly didn't watch the match for the most part. I had other shit going on the side I was doing. It's just, I'm sorry, but I'm not a huge fan of Tanahashi. I've never really liked him. I always thought his selling was lackluster at best. And now watching him, it's just like they need to make him a special attraction guy. Let him come back every 3 or 4 months, do a short run, and leave. And he doesn't have it anymore. He really doesn't. Jay White felt like he was carrying him for a lot of that match, and I don't think Jay White is a quality enough wrestler to do that yet.
Yeah. And I knew very little about Jay White myself, too. I've seen him maybe once or twice in Ring of Honor, but I didn't realize he was that big of a character in Japan to go up against basically one of their number one guys, not the number one guy.
This was one of the first appearances for Jay White under the name of Switchblade. He
was like ROH for a while, and now he came back, and this is the character he came back with.
Yeah, and so they put him, they shot him right up into the match with Tanahashi.
That's crazy, man. He's doing like the Sister Abigail finish.
Yeah, so. I'm not a fan of that either.
Then the match everybody was waiting for, the no DQ for the IWGP US title between the Alpha, Chris Jericho, and the Omega, Kenny Omega. Damn.
Yeah, that went easily on Match of the Year. I think what was very important is that they made it a no DQ match, which covers up a lot for the fact that Jericho's lost a lot of steps over the years.
Well, and it gives Jericho the opportunity to make himself even more of a heel, because Kenny Omega's basically been the heel of New Japan. And so he's out healing the main heel, and then he goes outside. He's beating up on the Young Lions, one of which was Red Shoes' son.
He beat up on Red Shoes!
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, half the shit Jericho's doing, like, a quarter of the match, he's beating up people outside.
It's a way to distract from the fact that Jericho is a lot slower because he's 47. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler. I don't think Jericho's ever going to be a bad wrestler. But he's taken a noticeable dive in the last 3 years. I mean, he's been able to keep himself probably healthier than other guys his age because he doesn't wrestle full-time. But if it wasn't for it being a no DQ match where they could go outside, they could do crazy stuff, and Jericho could play the ultimate heel because Jericho is good at that. You know, if it wasn't for all of that, I don't think the match would be anywhere near as good as we're saying it was.
Yeah, no, probably not. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. Aaron would...
Aaron's very quiet right now. Did he enjoy the match?
I loved it.
Yay! Consensus. I like consensus.
No, I mean, seriously, the whole match, Jericho led the match, as he should have, because...
He's the veteran who's been doing this for how long now?
Exactly. And nobody's better. And did you hear the crowd? When was the last time you heard a Japanese wrestling crowd boo someone like they were booing Jericho?
That vocal, plus then the audio, the American audio going out, because the spot through the announce area and the table and stuff, that to me added to the broadcast, because you're hearing every other word sometimes right when it first started from Kevin Kelly. And
I just want to thank Jericho for taking out Kevin Kelly's mic for a while.
Yeah, well, shoot. Honestly, the Don Callis and Kevin Kelly, Aaron and I have been talking about this before the show even happened. Dude, Don Callis, that dude's good.
Yo, so I was about to say, if you guys said Don Callis sucked, I was going to be like, well, we don't agree on that, because I really enjoyed his commentary throughout the show.
If you watch the match with the Japanese commentary, or with no commentary at all, the match is not as good as it was with Don Callis on commentary.
Yo, Cyrus the Virus was always very good at what he did.
Yeah. Yes, and he knows it, too.
Yeah, we were saying, I was thinking he kind of sounds like, he for me, he's reminiscent of like how JBL does commentary, but even Aaron was going further. He was saying more like he reminds him of Jesse, how Jesse did stuff.
And if you listen to Storm and Cyrus on Podcast One Network, Cyrus is very vocal about the fact that Jesse Ventura is his favorite color commentator of all time, and he tries to channel him as far as, having that experience in the ring before as the natural Don Callis, and carrying that over, the years he's become a veteran. He knows what's good, what's bad. He knows how to put someone over.
Also, him taking the code breaker leading up to this was pretty good.
And did you see the bump he took for that?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that's like Andre the Giant taking the body slam by Hogan. It doesn't happen every day.
Yeah.
See, I always liked, Cyrus the Virus, or, whatever the hell he was going. What was he in WWE? Was that Cyrus? Was he WWE? Or was that,
He was the Jackal.
The Jackal, okay. Because I know Cyrus was ECW when he was working for the network, too.
Yeah.
When they were on TNN.
Yes.
He was a great character, and he was always good on the mic. So when I find out I'm going to watch this, I'm like, Don Callis? Wait, Cyrus? Okay, let's see how this is. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, wow, this dude is actually a really good color commentator.
He's amazing. He was good in TNA, too, at what he did.
I really rather, if they could get someone better with Kevin Kelly, it would be perfect.
No.
Replace Kevin Kelly.
It just shows you what commentary does to a match. It could take a match from being good to great or bad to good. So.
And Don Callis has said on the podcast before that he likes to call Kenny Omega's matches like Bobby Heenan used to call Ric Flair's matches, because he's aware that Kenny Omega is his meal ticket, because he's an honorary member of the Bullet Club. He knows that Kenny Omega is the one that got him the job in New Japan, because they're apparently they go back and were related somehow.
Aren't they both Canadians?
Well, they're both from Winnipeg.
Yeah.
They're all the three of them.
Yeah.
Jericho too. They're like the only three celebrities to ever come out of Winnipeg. So, I mean,
it's like Callis is like, if I ever start my own promotion, Kenny Omega will be my first star. If I can't get him, then Will Ospreay.
Yeah, that was funny.
Don Callis knows what he's doing. And,
yeah, seriously. I mean, he could probably go into any company and really change the outlook of it through commentary. And I really hope that he starts making more appearances in like American markets.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I don't know if you knew this or not, but he and Scott D'Amore are taking over Impact Wrestling.
Really?
The company. They're both vice presidents.
Really?
Yeah, this has been in the process for a couple of weeks. So the coming up tapings are going to be his first back in the company.
Interesting.
Well, let's hope that also leads to new commentary.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I really don't watch TNA anymore. Is I just can't stand Josh Matthews. I cannot sit through anything he says.
That's the reason I haven't watched consistently in a couple of years.
I just refuse to sit through anything he says. I will watch TNA through my computer if they get rid of him or they get rid of commentary altogether. I'll just watch television. I'll watch it on mute. I can't watch wrestling on mute. I like crowd reaction. I need to hear the bumps.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't really get crowd reaction from TNA.
It's all canned anyway.
You still get the bumps,
Yeah.
Well, and
you need to hear the crack of the ring. You need to hear the sound of a chair going off a guy's back. All right? You need to hear the smack of a hand against a guy's face. Or girl. I'm not trying to be, sexist on that one. Whoever gets smacked, you want to hear the smack.
And Omega wound up going over Jericho. He hit him with two of the One-Winged Angels.
Yeah, but he took the second one to do it because the first one he was too close to the ropes, I believe.
The second one was on a chair.
Yeah.
So
a lot of V-triggers in the last 5 minutes of that match.
Yeah, so that was crazy, and that wasn't even the main event. That
paid by the V-trigger.
Huh?
I think Kevin Kelly gets paid by the V-trigger.
Well, that wasn't even the main event though, and we had the.
Let's be honest.
Huh?
Let's be honest. Yes,
it was. Technically, it was because the IWGP Heavyweight title, yes, was defended. Okada against Naito. It didn't compare. It was a good, solid match. You can't nothing to complain about, but there's also nothing to write home either.
Maybe only the last 10 minutes of that match because I fell asleep. It was because it was 8 in the goddamn morning.
Yeah.
I fell asleep during it. I woke up during it. I'm like, oh, this match is still going on. What's happening? It didn't look like anything happened in the match while I was asleep. They both looked like they didn't do anything. And then all of a sudden, Destino, Rainmaker, Destino, Rainmaker, Tombstone Piledriver, Destino, Tombstone Piledriver win. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, it was, for the most part, like, the match was over a half hour. For the good portion of the match, it was like 2 moves Naito, 2 moves Okada. It was back and forth legitimately the whole time. But, yeah, I mean, it's, again, there are matches that you watch and you just can't help but go, oh my god, like this is like Jericho Omega as they're doing stuff, you're kind of like just sitting there watching in awe. Like even the Omega Okada match from last year, you're sitting there watching it going, okay, this is damn good. This one was solid. It just wasn't anything necessarily to write home about. That's why we didn't even mention when if you get a chance to people and you want to go check out and add and contribute over at horrorsonline.proboards.com. We have our little wrestling thread over there for Match of the Year. Scott didn't even put that in his thread either. So
I put that I need to watch it again because I fell asleep during it. But honestly, with Naito losing and the match going, just the trading of finishers over and over at the end of the match, it was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous, and I couldn't really get into that.
I watched it with my nephew, so I was doing commentary. So I was more entertained by his reaction to my commentary. So, but yeah, man. So Okada winds up winning the match. How long has Okada had this belt for? It seems like it's been like 2-3 years.
Well, he is officially the longest reigning IWGP Heavyweight Champion of all time, and has also held it for more days than anyone else in history.
God damn.
Yeah, combined, he's held it more than anyone, I think, in his, 5 title reigns or 3 title reigns?
I'm not sure on how many he has, but he is the longest reigning of all time.
All right, I'm going to try to find this out. I'm going to go, again, the Almighty Wiki, championships and accomplishments. Let's see here. He's a 4-time IWGP Heavyweight Champion. So, 4 times. That's insane. Holy hell. IWGP title history. Let's see how this goes.
What the hell is a 6 1/4 star match?
Ask Meltzer. The 6 1/4 star match was their rematch last year, Okada Omega, which apparently is the highest rated match Meltzer has ever given, and so technically that makes it his greatest wrestling match of all time.
What the hell? This dude really has 8 5-star matches. Oh my god, Meltzer, please take the Japanese dick out of your mouth. Just stop sucking on it for 5 minutes. You'll see a whole new world. Just come on, out. Look around. Get back in later, but right now look around and take it out.
Okay, so Okada's title reigns. He beat Tanahashi for his first one back in February of 12. Lost it 5 months later, back to Tanahashi. Then won it again in April of 13. So he had it there for the better part, almost a year cumulatively there, or a little over a year cumulatively, I guess, until he lost to AJ Styles. And then he won it again off of Styles when Styles was leaving to come to WWE, I think. Was that around, February, right? No. Well, I don't know. Maybe that was the year before.
I thought Styles dropped it a little before that.
Maybe before, so. But, yeah, so.
He debuted at the Royal Rumble, so it couldn't have been February.
No, I take that back. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, he won it 6 months before AJ left. So, July.
Tanahashi dropped it to AJ.
Tanahashi dropped it to AJ. Yeah. And then Okada lost it to Naito, and then won it back from Naito back in June
of 2016.
So
566 plus day title reign.
that's insane, man.
Naito really should. I didn't even know Naito had that belt. He really should have had it again.
I forget that he was the champion at one point.
Yeah, I didn't even know, man. I'm not. I don't know a lot about Naito. All I know is the matches that I've seen him in, I've enjoyed. I really like watching it, dude.
It's so funny to go down this list and see some of the names on here and be like, wait, Togi Makabe won the freaking the heavyweight title, and he held it for half a year. I was like, wait, what? That's crazy, man. And it's mostly, I mean, in most recent history, from like 2011 on, it's basically been Tanahashi, Okada, Styles, and then Naito thrown in there.
Hey, man, Scott Norton held the title twice.
Hey, Scott Norton was a god when he was the champion.
Oh, no. Well, first of all, I'm a huge Scott Norton fan. He was one of the few things of the NWO that I was always a fan of. I was even a fan of that stupid Fire and Ice team he was on.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Dude, because I like watching wrestlers that are big that can actually move. That's why I'm a huge fan of Braun Strowman. Okay? He's not just some lumbering idiot in the ring. The dude could, like, hit the ropes back and forth, and it's scary how fast he can move. I like watching big men that can wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Flick them off like it was nothing.
Well, man, it's just crazy. I honestly, I wish I had watched more New Japan. I wish I could watch more.
Wait. Nader had 3 reigns that lasted 451 days, and he only defended the title 4 times.
Yeah, sounds about right. Well,
wow,
with all the stuff too, well, they have all those extra tournaments and stuff. So there's a lot of matches where the champion is fighting, but they're fighting in non-title matches.
Still, though, it's just like, come on. Oh, Yuji Nagata. I think I saw him in ROH once.
Well, since we're on the wrestling train and we want to talk kind of about good wrestling,
we weren't talking about good wrestling. We just want to continue talking.
Yeah, continue talking about continuing the good wrestling train. Let's move over. I guess they're doing an award show or something for NXT.
Well, they do the end of year awards on social media every year. It's not going to be a show.
Oh, okay. Well, they're just doing it on social media then, but they're doing the NXT the awards, and so they have different categories for takeover and superstar and female competitor and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to run these down and get your thoughts here. So they obviously they had takeover of the year, so there was 5 events this year. There was takeover San Antonio, takeover Florida, takeover Brooklyn, takeover Chicago, and War Games. Scott, which one do you think deserves to be?
I want to hear Aaron first.
Okay, Aaron, what do you think was the best one out of all of them?
For selfish reasons, and that's the only reason.
I had a feeling.
The only way I can pick one is if I'm selfish about it. I'd say San Antonio because I was there.
Scott.
I'm going through them for a second. I'm looking at the ones that have the ones that really have the best matches on them. I'm leaning either Chicago or War Games right now.
If I had to pick one, if you put a gun to my head, I would say Chicago because it had Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, and I think that was the match of the year.
You know, I'm going to go with War Games because I think just overall quality of that show was better.
Well, and I can see it. I can be okay with that, but Chicago, I mean, the 2 matches that stick out to me from Chicago were the UK title match and also the tag team ladder match,
Yeah, of course. Those are definitely amazing matches. The UK title match was one of the front runners throughout the whole year, easily. But I'm looking at, War Games had the War Games, Almas and McIntyre and Black and Dream.
Yeah, two of those were good.
What was the one that wasn't?
Almas and McIntyre.
Can you just hang up on him already?
Why was it a good match?
It was a very well done match. It was just the ending that was shocking at the end because Almas probably wasn't going to win it and McIntyre got injured. So they pulled an audible and we have a new champ out of it.
So you think they changed the finish because he got hurt in the match?
Yes.
No. That doesn't happen.
It does.
No, especially not in a world title match. That's like when Sting got hurt in the match with Seth Rollins a couple years ago, and Harry threw this big fit and said that Sting was supposed to win the title. No. They don't just change the finish of a world title match in the middle of the match for any reason. I.e. Finn Balor getting injured in the Universal title match.
I don't know.
Yeah, but they didn't realize the extent of his injury until a day later.
Even though they saw him popping his shoulder out of place.
Not enough to make him worry because he was able to continue the match. McIntyre couldn't. McIntyre went straight down. He looked at his arm. He went, fuck.
Well, but
he was done. He kind of just curled up and rolled over and said, "Pin me." That's what it looked like.
Almas hit his finish off the top rope.
It wasn't really that well hit of a finish, unfortunately. The way McIntyre went down, you saw he should have let go. He didn't, and his arm just wrenched in the wrong direction.
That's not a reason to change the finish of a world title match. I'm sorry.
Well,
that does not happen.
As much as I like the
Stone Cold Steve Austin was paralyzed in a match and he still went over.
Yeah, no, that shouldn't have happened.
There you go. I rest my case.
That just shouldn't have happened. These are different times now. It's run by a different person too.
Well,
it didn't happen like that, Scott. I'm sorry.
Well, continuing on with this, because I want to move to the next one too here in a second. But as much as I like the rivalry of Bate and Dunn, I think I had more fun with the War Games match. Just to have that back, I think is good. And plus the match between Velveteen Dream and Aleister Black was better than I could have hoped, and Scott said it before we went on air. They made a star in that. They made an absolute star for the future. So, let's see. What else is there on this list here of NXT awards? Female Competitor of the Year, Asuka, Ember Moon, Nikki Cross, Ruby Riott, or the combo of the Iconic Duo. Who wants to go first? Scott?
How about you go first once?
Okay. It's still got to be Asuka. Plain and simple. I mean, she's been up on the main roster now for a little bit, but I mean, she basically killed everybody. Hasn't lost. It's unfortunate for everybody else because everybody else, for the most part, had a pretty stellar year themselves. So that's what I'd go with. How about it, Scott?
I actually want to go with the Iconic Duo.
Okay.
I just feel like they've been very consistent character-wise, putting on fun matches, and just doing what they do very well throughout the actual year.
Okay. Aaron?
I mean, I would honestly be a little close to saying Ember Moon, except for I feel like the fact that she could never beat Asuka but won the title as soon as Asuka left really doesn't do her any favors. But if she would have beaten Asuka, I would have said Ember Moon. But I think because everything happened the way that it happened, I've got to go with Asuka. Plain and simple.
All right. Male Competitor of the Year. And still on this list, we have a glorious Bobby Roode, Drew McIntyre, Alistair Black, Andrade Cien Almas, and Roderick Strong. You want to start us off this time, Scott?
Why do you always start with me?
Because Aaron did one, and then I did one, and
Yeah, but even though all 3 times you asked to start with me.
Sure.
Why always me?
I don't know.
Stop that. I'm kind of stuck between Alistair Black and Andrade Almas.
Okay.
Consistent matches throughout the year from both of them. Always fun to watch. I can't choose right now. I can't give you an answer.
Because Rude moved up when? What month did he move up?
After SummerSlam.
Just after SummerSlam. Okay, so he was
in Brooklyn.
Okay, so he was there for majority of the year.
McIntyre's been there for a while too, but I don't think he's been as consistent match-wise. I mean, he's been very good match-wise. Not saying that he hasn't, but I feel like I've consistently enjoyed Black's and Almas's matches much more.
I'm torn. Part of me wants to lean. I don't know. I'm gonna lean towards Rude only because he was the top dog. As I think Alistair Black has. I mean, his streak has been insane. He only just got pinned for the first time in the tournament to become the number 1 contender here by Johnny Gargano. So. Yeah, I guess I'll still lean with Rude. Aaron?
I think I have to go with Aleister Black because he debuted at TakeOver Orlando, and since then, no one has consistently been as strong as him on TV because McIntyre has lost. Almas started off the year not doing well at all.
Almost lost to a jobber.
Roderick Strong has, kind of been the stepping stone for everyone.
I mean, Roderick's great and all, but, Roddy's just there.
I feel like Roderick Strong is the one that deserves to be pushed more than anybody else, but he's the one that's not getting pushed as much as anyone else. I feel like, with all the logic, Bobby Roode lost halfway through the year to McIntyre, wasn't doing the greatest with Nakamura. I feel like you got to go with Black.
Okay, all right.
Lars Sullivan not on the list.
Because he really hasn't faced anybody of name stature yet, I guess. So maybe for 2018 he might be on the list if he gets...
No, he's on a much better list right now. We know exactly what list he belongs on. There's 2 of them, actually.
So he beat one of the guys on this list a couple of weeks ago. He beat Cassius Ohno at War Games.
Okay, take that back. Okay, you're right. You are right. Well, for the most part, though, for the whole year, though, who has he faced? Basically, Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch, over and over and over again.
Let's just point out, though, that Lars Sullivan has a bright future ahead of him.
Damn right, yeah.
We all agree on that.
Yeah, damn right. Let's see. For the overall competitor award, it's basically the same men, same women. For me, it's Asuka. Unfortunately for everybody else, she was just so dominant that, and she's entertaining as hell and is beloved by everybody. It's kind of almost like how when Samoa Joe started rolling through people when he first got into Impact, and just everybody knew like you were in some serious shit when he was in the ring. It's the same thing with Asuka. So I'll go with Asuka for the overall competitor of the year. Aaron?
I can agree.
Yeah, I think that's pretty straightforward of an answer. You can't get more. Yeah, it's just Asuka. Overall, Asuka is just the strongest in general. I still think, if we're talking about like female competitor, I think the way the Iconic Duo has worked since Asuka's left also, that's why I'm going there. But overall, yeah, she's top dog.
Mm-hmm. Tag team of the year. Now, again, this is the far arcing stretch of the year because you haven't seen a couple of these teams in there for a while. You got Sanity, you got the AOP, you got Fish and O'Reilly, you have the Revival, and you have DIY. That's a fun one.
I would say the Revival, if the Revival spent more time in NXT this year, I'm going to have to say DIY. Even though they broke up in Chicago, right? It was Chicago?
I think... Was it by that time they were already broke up? I can't remember.
Oh, it was everyone had the ladder match, I think was Chicago, right? Yeah. So Chicago having a ladder match won. That was, I think, it was after Brooklyn, so it's more than halfway through the year. They're easily just the best team we've watched. They put on consistently great tag matches with a lot of different teams, and then the implosion of Tommaso Ciampa losing his shit and fucking up Gargano like he did just makes that much more impressive because you're like, wow, these guys worked so well together, and now this happens.
But think about this: they won the titles at San Antonio in January. And they lost the titles on one of their first defenses on the first weekend of April at TakeOver Orlando. They didn't have a strong run at all. So I think by default you have to say AOP is Tag Team of the Year.
Because the AOP...
talent overall. I mean, if I really wanted, I could just say Sanity because Alexander Wolf, and I'm done.
Yeah, well, AOP had them through till... was it the? It was the. It was Brooklyn. Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm all of a sudden my brain it keeps melding things together. I'm like, which one was it? Yeah. Then they lost to Sanity, and then Sanity just lost him just the other day. The other day, just recently on an NXT show to Fish and O'Reilly. And
yeah, I wouldn't give it to Red Dragon because they haven't been there long enough to really. Granted, they've been there for about half a year.
Yeah, but
they showed up in the summer. Yeah, but still, wow, it's already been a half a year. Holy shit!
So
time fucking flies, man. It feels like Adam Cole debuted yesterday.
Yeah, I'm torn because I think I'm with both of y'all on that because I can see DIY is the better tag team overall. But AOP with their run, as much as I
remember, AOP disappeared for a while until they just recently came back.
True.
They disappeared after War Games. How they disappeared almost completely after Sanity beat them too. They stayed away for a while. They were mostly inactive from Brooklyn through War Games, it felt like.
All right, I think, I'm going to go sentimental favorites there. I'm going to go with Gargano and Ciampa.
Hey, don't worry. Next year we'll be voting for them for Feud of the Year.
Quite possibly. Breakout Star of the Year award. We got a large cast of characters here. We got O'Reilly, Fish, Adam Cole, baby. Ruby Riott, Sonya Deville, Andrade Cien Almas. They also, I don't know if they're doing this as they put her there next to him just in the picture, but Zelina Vega's on this list for some reason, which makes no sense to me.
When it comes to they're a group.
Okay, Aleister Black.
Andrade Almas and Zelina Vega's a group. Undisputed Era's is a group. That's why you need to look at this on Wikipedia, not through photos.
Oh no, I'm looking on WWE.com and I didn't scroll down to the hashtags.
Yeah, it's Black, Almas, Undisputed Era, DeVille, Ruby Riott, Velveteen Dream, and everyone's favorite horror show, Lars Sullivan.
So,
he called the Butcher, Lars Sullivan.
The Butcher, yeah. So, this one for me is between three people.
Black, Dream, Sullivan.
Yes.
Yeah, look, I like Ruby Riott and Sonya Deville, but Undisputed Era hasn't really broke out much. Adam Cole has lost a surprising amount of matches.
And, I mean, almost getting his win and getting the title is great, but even I mean I mentioned earlier he lost to a freaking jobber, and they had to bring in Zelina as like his to kick him in the balls a little bit.
I mean, that's part of the story.
I know.
Come on.
It just.
Ultimate story, but in the end, as much as I'm a huge Almas fan, I've been a fan since he debuted, and that's since Bobby Roode debuted against him. I've been a huge Almas fan. I just have been. I've been looking forward to him getting that breakout year, and I think this was it, but I don't know if he's breakout star of the year, because there's guys that really just showcased some talent. And as much as I like Velveteen Dream and Lars Sullivan's only really broken out recently. Velveteen Dream, as much as he was making minor waves, he didn't really do anything until he faced who I feel is the breakout star, Aleister Black.
Yep, I was going down the same logic train. Yeah, I'd say Black. Aaron?
Only because I used Aleister Black for Superstar of the Year, I'm going to say Lars Sullivan, because no one has been stronger on TV than Lars Sullivan in the last month.
His booking is great. I won't lie. His booking is great. He's got a hell of a look. He sounds good on the mic. And he's actually really good in the ring for a guy his size.
So, only because I said Aleister Black should be Superstar of the Year, I'm going to say Lars Sullivan here.
Now, you have to weigh between Sullivan and Velveteen Dream. Why Sullivan over Velveteen Dream?
Put them in a match. Who wins?
Other than the crowd?
I mean, there's no real. I don't think there's.
I mean, we don't know.
There's not a.
We know what Lars Sullivan's weakness is going to be, but someone's going to have to beat him eventually. Why couldn't it be Velveteen Dream? I mean, we got very close with Cassius Ohno.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I feel like they're trying. Lars Sullivan is the next big thing.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you at all.
All right. Well, we got a Future Star of NXT award. So we have the Street Profits, Heavy Machinery, Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane, Fabian Aichner, Cesar Bononi. That's the dude who beat Andrade Cien Almas. Leo Rush, who's that's hilarious. He hasn't even won a match yet. Bianca Belair and Lacey Evans.
Well, we know who Daniel's big.
Honestly, you're wrong. I know what you think I'm thinking.
Lacey.
I think Lacey Evans is beautiful. So.
Yeah, I'm sure her husband agrees.
Yeah, no, I'm sure both of them could kick my ass. So.
And you would love it.
No, dude, by far and above, it's the Street Profits. Dude, they're so over, dude. It's insane, and they're gonna be huge. They're already popular enough, and Angelo Dawkins finally got a partner who can get the crowd going with him too in Montez Ford.
I don't know. Angelo Dawkins. I don't know if it's just the tights with the basketball shorts or what. He always looks frumpy.
The two headbands.
Not even the headbands. As stupid as that is, he just looks kind of out of shape. I think it's the like the half singlet that he wears with the shorts.
Maybe.
Just always looks out of shape. I'm just like, you're gonna look like that when you're 52. That's the problem.
God, jeez. But the Street Profits, man, dude, they're fun to watch.
Montez Ford, though, holy shit.
So.
Like, he needs to give some of his hype to Mojo.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the fans winning? Put Montez Ford in a tag team with Otis Dojovic.
That's a good dude.
I want to see that so bad. I want to see that so bad.
Yeah, because and then you could put Tucker Knight and Angelo Dawkins in a tag team together too.
So we all take it down.
It's a win-win.
Oh, dude, that's great.
I like Heavy Machinery. I'm not a huge fan of Tucker Knight, but man, Otis Dozovic is friggin' hilarious.
Reminds me of Chris Farley. I don't know why.
You notice, yeah.
Chris Farley if Chris Farley wrestled. Let's be honest.
Yeah. He took a hell of a flare bump.
He's entertaining as all hell. He really shouldn't be. He's really just a giant ball of a man.
Hey, Aaron, you have Twitter, right?
Yes.
Go see if you can send a message to Otis Dojovic and see if he'll do a video of himself saying I live down in a van down by the river, and see if he'll tape it and put it out there for us.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Damn it!
Why can't you try?
Why don't you try?
I don't have Twitter. You're lucky I have Instagram. I don't do social media.
So. Yeah, no, I mean, some of the people on here, I mean, Fabian...
Shayna Baszler really belongs on this.
Well...
Dude, I'm a huge fan of her, and Daniel fucking hates her.
she just looks like she still wrestles like a shoot fighter. And I can't remember if we talked about this last week or if it was off air, and I can't remember if it was one or the other or both of you guys. Baszler is... Well, I think it was
like a fucking style wrestler, but you love New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Well, no, I just said there's certain matches, the shoot fight stuff, I don't care for.
I'm a huge fan of Minoru Suzuki style either.
Yeah,
pretty much beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, some of those.
If Shayna Baszler looked like Lacey Evans, you'd be in love with her.
No, not that style, dude.
Lacey Evans, he'd be in love with her.
Jesus.
Stop it.
Okay, no, it's one of those things for me. When it comes down to it, we were saying beforehand, and I can't remember which one of you were talking about it. We were like figuring out, okay, whose style is she like? And most of the time, she's more like a Dan Severn than she is a Ken Shamrock. She still has that shoot fighter look to her style still, and I just don't care for it. At least Ken Shamrock kind of assimilated his style to WWE and made it more showman.
So a vertical suplex into a rear naked choke isn't being a showman?
I just don't like it. Everything like in that tournament.
It's a fine finisher. There's much to be had with Shayna Baszler still. I am a fan of hers overall. I don't think she should have gone as far in the tournament as she did. I'm glad she didn't win it. But overall, there's still a lot that she needs when it comes to seasoning and becoming more towards the whole storytelling pro wrestling aspect of pro wrestling than just, I'm going to kick your ass. Not that I'm going to kick your ass. It's always a bad thing. But I see where Daniel's coming from.
Yeah.
I don't think Shannon's going to have to change much, but there's some stuff she is going to have to work on overall. In the end, she's going to be a talent to watch for. Future star? Yes, but the future star, honestly, I'm leaning towards either Bianca Belair or Fabian Aichner.
Now, Bianca Belair, the braid thing is right now her whole gimmick. She's not a terrible wrestler.
Yeah, she's really talented for someone that's only been in business for a year. I mean, give her some more seasoning, she could be really something special.
Part of me is wondering, like, they gotta check that braid and make sure it doesn't have like a steel cable or some shit in it. Like every time I see it, I'm like,
that's a storyline in the future, man.
How does
the future? The hair's loaded.
Yeah, how does that, like? I mean, I understand you could hit somebody with your hair, but like it'd be like me trying to like messing around like hitting somebody with a like a balloon. Like I don't think it would hurt that much.
You kidding me?
A
tight braid?
I don't know.
It hurt like, dude.
I've never been hit with hair before.
A whip. A tight braid is similar to an actual whip. It's not made out of leather, but with a nice braid is real tight. That shit is hard. You get hit by that.
Okay.
Go cut a switch right now. Cut a switch and whack yourself in the back of the head with one.
I'd rather not.
Okay, then. Well, then don't fuck with Belair either, because she'll fuck you up with that.
Okay.
Seriously, though, you gotta understand, if you're gonna make a really tight braid with synthetic hair, that shit's like plastic. That's gonna hurt.
Okay. Well, I guess maybe then I'll keep an eye on her a little bit more then and see, because yeah, for me it was just like, okay, the braid gimmick, and okay, sure, Aichner, I can see Aichner. He was in. He only had one match in the damn Cruiserweight Classic.
And we all sat there and went, oh, but we suck, let's be honest.
Yeah, so to see him back and getting his chance, and
that's why I like that he got signed.
He bulked up a little bit.
Put him on 205 and said, like, nah, we're going to work on you a little more. We're going to season you up. We're going to make it taste real good.
Yeah, he bulked up a little bit, and I mean, Kairi Sane we knew was good. I mean, we know she's
going to be a star. I mean, honestly, if we're talking about people who are really going to break out as future stars, Kairi Sane doesn't belong on there.
Yeah, no, she basically.
What I don't like about it is it feels like Kairi Sane is Asuka's little sister.
I agree. I totally will agree on that, though. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can at least see Kairi Sane losing matches more readily than Asuka did.
True.
Or didn't.
Yeah, because she's Asuka's little sister.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. She seems like she's vulnerable. She's not as dominant. I mean, she is a little bit more cutesy with her gimmick than Asuka was. Asuka kind of just... I mean, don't get me wrong, Asuka's damn good looking, but she was also, like, hostile the whole time. Whereas Kairi is always smiling and posing and doing her, like, cosplay sailor thing. So... yeah, Caesar Bononi. No.
I mean, no. Why is Leo Rush on this list? He had one match and was getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, and granted, Lacey Evans, as much as you guys like to tease me because I think she's a beautiful woman,
she's a 1950s pinup model.
But she's not there yet. She's just not.
Nowhere near it.
So. Yeah.
But you see the glimpses of talent there.
Yeah. I mean, if she wouldn't have been around for as long as she has, if she didn't have talent. At least some.
So, honestly, from this, I definitely see something happening with the Street Profits.
Yeah.
Definitely see something happening with Heavy Machinery. And just from Dozovic being as over as he is.
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler easily is going to get pushed. Same with Singh. I think... the real ones you have to sit there going, who out of the bottom five, or like who are the real future potentials from them? I think Aichner's got a lot of talent that people just don't realize he has. He feels very under the radar, even for the people like you've watched good matches with him. Didn't he beat he got a big win over someone, wasn't it? Cassius Ohno?
Maybe. I'm gonna look while you talk.
You know, and I think even though we haven't seen Belair much since the women's tournament, she is going to be someone to watch for. Aaron, what are your thoughts on these?
I feel like it's inevitable that Shayna Baszler is going to be a big star.
I know, that's why I wasn't really considering her, because some of these people are just definitely going to be big stars. Hard to say, they're probably going to be big.
Oh, Fabian Aichner defeated Johnny Gargano.
Oh, even bigger.
Yeah.
He had a good match against Ono, though.
Yes, he did. He lost to Ono and he lost to Almas.
Yeah, man, he's facing big stars, too, so he's actually getting his name out there pretty well. So, even in losses, he looks really good.
Sorry, carry on, Aaron.
So, what is the actual name of the award?
Just Future Star of NXT.
Yeah.
Which is very vague, because either one of them could be future.
Shayna Baszler going further than anyone else.
Okay.
I see her with the biggest future. I don't see Kairi Sane being as successful in the women's division as Shayna Baszler. I don't see Heavy Machinery or the Street Profits going as far in their respective divisions as Shayna Baszler will. I say Shayna Baszler all the way.
I can.
All right, let's remove Shayna Baszler from the list then.
Why?
Well, I'm just because I want to get your ideas. Like, what do you see the prospects of some of these other players?
Lacey Evans, I feel like, has a lot of work to do. I know Daniel's in love with her, but
I think she has a lot of work.
No, I'll agree with you.
I think she has a lot of work.
I'll agree with you.
I think we can take Lacey Evans out of the discussion, respectively.
Mm-hmm.
There are two pros and cons with the tag teams. And the two pros and cons are
half of the tag teams. The half.
Yeah, I mean you split them in half, both the teams, and then you got Tucker Knight on one hand, along with Angelo Dawkins, and then the pro for both teams, you've got Otis Dojovic and Montez Ford. I think that there are your Shawn Michaels of the groups, and there are your Marty Jannetty's of the groups. I don't know how I feel about both of those teams because I feel like both of those guys are in the wrong tag teams. I feel like if Otis and Montez Ford were together, then you got your tag team of the year. But in their tag teams that they're in now, I just don't see them going very far, to be honest. I love the Street Profits. I'm not that big a fan of Heavy Machinery, but I do love the Street Profits. But I just feel like they could be so much better if it was somebody else instead of Angelo Dawkins. I don't know. I can't see him going very far. Now, as far as Fabian Aichner, I'm not really that familiar with him because I don't just watch NXT religiously. But there's only a few people that I really don't know. I don't know Fabian Aichner, and I don't know the guy that beat Almas.
Yeah, Cesar Bononi.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, most people don't know who he is either, honestly.
But I mean, out of everyone else on the list, the close second would have to be Kairi Sane for me, and everyone else I'm kind of up in the air about. I don't really know how they're going to do. I'm too scared to make a prediction about the tag teams because I just don't know how I feel about them.
If Leo Rush didn't open his big mouth after
he was even there.
Yeah, the Emma thing, Emma getting released, and him opening his big mouth, he wouldn't have been in such hot water. He may already be a stud in the NXT singles division. So.
And yet we haven't heard to hide their hair of him because he's a moron.
So, all right. So it seems like we're kind of all over the place on that one. Match of the Year award. So they have quite a few on this list here.
This is an easy one already. I already know what mine is.
Okay. Well, I'm going to read down the matches specifically. So we got.
You should just exclude the UK title match from this.
Exclude the UK title match from this?
Yeah, because I mean that's mine, and surely it's you guys' favorite too.
No.
Okay, then. Whatever.
Let's see. So, okay, we got Gargano and Almas from TakeOver Brooklyn. Asuka versus Ember Moon from TakeOver Brooklyn. McIntyre Almas from War Games. DIY Revival AOP. The Triple Threat Elimination match from Orlando. Bate versus Dunn from Chicago for the UK title. War Games match itself. Asuka versus Nikki Cross, Last Woman Standing on NXT. DIY versus AOP in the ladder match. Strong versus Rude on NXT regular television. Women's Battle Royal. Black versus Dream at TakeOver War Games, and Gargano versus Ono off of NXT programming from a couple weeks ago.
They're missing the Tyler Bate Pete Dunne rematch from NXT a few weeks ago.
That one was the one that was I was going to say, was that the one? No, I'm trying to remember if that was just on regular NXT or if that was on.
That was regular NXT. That was on a few weeks ago.
I'm trying to think, was that the one that was in the that weird auditorium looking one, or no? That I don't think.
The one that went late.
Okay. I'm trying to remember.
This is where NXT was supposed to end, but it didn't end because we were watching that match.
I watch things late anyway, so I don't always watch them live.
Like 2 fucking weeks ago. Where the fuck have you been?
I've watched the stuff, but it's a matter of I don't watch it live when it's live, so I don't know what time, if it's been an hour or not half the time. So.
You guys are talking about
the most recent one.
No. All right. Well, Aaron.
This match of the year.
I'm honestly, I would be leaning towards Bate Dunne Chicago, or and they don't even have the one of the ones that we said even in our match of the year from way back at the start of the year would have been the well, this is NXT specifically. So what the hell? Where did it go? I'm looking at my list here. Looking at the list.
Scott's going to choose Almas and McIntyre as the match of the year.
Fuck you.
Well, but DIY and the Revival even at the very beginning of the year in January. I mean, on just regular NXT had a hell of a match too. Way back when, I'm going through also our 2017 match of the year page over on the forum. So yeah, there's a bunch there. I'm so torn. I hate it.
Is the first match with Asuka and Ember Moon from Orlando on the list?
From Orlando.
Because I felt like that match was a lot better than their Brooklyn match.
I don't see it.
That's kind of weird for me.
I like Black versus Dream. I think those guys are gonna be up.
I don't think that's anywhere close to being match of the year quality, though.
I completely disagree because that is my choice because of the story that they told.
I mean, it was a good story and a good build-up for the match, but as far as execution, I don't think it was anything special. For me, it's Bait Dunn, no comparison whatsoever. It's one of my favorite matches in a long, long time.
There's a lot of good matches. This is gonna be crazy to see what everybody else actually picks.
I'm confident that it's going to be Bait Dunn that wins the whole thing. Because all these other awards so far have been kind of, you can go any direction with them. But I feel like this one is going to be kind of a landslide.
My hunch is that more people are going to remember War Games.
War Games was an awesome match, and it's going to be second place, I feel like.
So
I feel like the Asuka and Nikki Cross last woman standing match was awesome.
There was
I still think Nikki Cross should have won that though. That lost on me because Nikki Cross lost.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here, man. Shoot. Yeah, I honestly I think that the NXT fans are probably going to lean towards the War Games match only because it was something out the box and different.
Well, for me, I know I go with Black Dream is number one, Bait Dunn number two. Either one of those matches from them. Number three is Gargano Almas from Brooklyn.
That was a fun match, dude, especially to kick off the show.
Yeah, it kind of ruined the rest of the show because nothing compared to it afterwards.
Yeah, and that was the real first teaser of messing with Johnny Gargano and Ciampa, the throwing of the Ciampa shirt at him and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming.
So I'm looking.
Especially now that some Sicilian psychopath is cleared to wrestle.
Yeah. Let's see here. They have a rivalry of the year award, which would be they either got Nakamura and Rude, Moon and Asuka, Bait Dunn, Sanity versus Undisputed, Black versus Dream, Ono and Itami, or DIY and AOP.
I gotta go with Bait Dunn on this one.
Yeah, I think so. I think that works. Aaron?
Since when do Ono and Itami have a rivalry?
Yeah, I had one for about 3 months.
It wasn't much. It was the Respect Me.
Oh, well, I thought that was just Itami having, bad days. I didn't think he was in a rivalry with anyone.
Yeah, he and Ono were a tag team at one point in time, and they kept losing, so Itami got pissed.
Yeah, it wasn't much of anything.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It does not belong on this list. It's padding.
What, is DIY AOP on the list?
Yeah, they are.
There's mine.
Okay. I would say it's either Bait and Dunn, or actually I think Ember Moon and Asuka might be up there.
And the only reason I didn't say Bait Dunn is because it doesn't feel like they actually have a rivalry going. just having great matches. Other than that, there's nothing going on with them.
Yeah, I mean, I can see your logic. I can definitely see because they're not.
Nothing consistent. Remember, they've had some great matches that have. I mean, you don't have to have everything on a weekly basis storyline-wise, but let's be honest. You had the end of the UK tournament where they faced each other, then you had the title match, then you had the rematch. There is a storyline there. It's just spread along throughout the whole year.
It's more old school than what we see on a regular basis, I guess. So, but I think Ember Moon and Asuka.
It used to be.
Yeah, Ember Moon and Asuka have a claim to the title there too. So.
No, I would choose Ember Moon if Ember Moon was able to actually overcome the rivalry with Asuka and win the title from her.
I can see that too.
If Ember Moon beat Asuka for the title, that would have been rivalry of the year easily.
Okay. Well, and that's the list so far of awards. So we'll see. I guess you can vote on Twitter if you want to go vote on Twitter. So there's that. They will be announced the night of TakeOver Philadelphia, the night before the Rumble. So there's that. Shoot.
Why don't we do early Royal Rumble predictions?
Sure.
For the match, more Royal Rumble match.
All right, fine. Nakamura's going to win, so we can see Nakamura AJ at WrestleMania. Done.
Oh, damn you, Scott.
Is that what everybody thinks?
Yeah, I guess so. that was a fun discussion.
That was really simple and easy. No.
What about the women?
I don't know.
I was doing some fantasy booking with Daniel the other day, and Daniel seemed to like what I was saying about it.
Well, you basically said if Rousey's in it, she's got to win.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know. I'm torn. I'm super torn because I think that it's the first one ever. Okay? And usually, traditionally, the bigger people, the bigger guys, the bigger now in the case now we're having the women, so the bigger ladies you think would be targeted. So somebody like Nia Jax is going to be targeted. So I want her to win so bad because I think she needs it, but I don't think she will.
How do you have Asuka lose that?
Well, here you go, and here's where I come in. I think because it looks like we're not going to have any title defenses by the women because all the women are in the Rumble. So I think it only makes sense to have Charlotte and Alexa sitting ringside for the Rumble. So it comes down to the final. And of course, Asuka is in the final two. Have Alexa jump in the ring and screw Asuka, and then a SmackDown girl can win. And then, in turn, that automatically sets up Asuka and Alexa for WrestleMania anyway.
Which it makes a lot of sense, and that way it gives a chance for somebody like Becky to get it and then challenge Charlotte at Mania.
Or, what I would personally love to see, but don't think it'll happen, Carmella, Miss Money in the Bank, wins the Royal Rumble.
I just would love...
Only if she actually loses the match at WrestleMania first, then cashes in and wins.
That's what I was kind of hoping she would cash in and then lose, and then she loses the title match twice in one night.
I want to see her with the title.
I don't. I just don't.
I do want to see her with the title too, but I gotta say I want Becky Lynch to win the Rumble because Becky Lynch is my favorite out of all the women they've got right now, and I feel like she deserves it more than anyone else too. She was the first women's SmackDown champion, which means a lot, but God, she just deserves such a stronger run. That's my opinion.
I don't think we'd disagree with you there. I mean, we all like Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes good booking sense to have that happen. And then again, it sets up for the title match anyway between Asuka and Alexa. Now, what if, hypothetically, we still have a few more weeks here, they're already starting the rivalry between Alexa and Asuka. What if they flip the title and put it on Asuka before the Rumble? Then Alexa's in the match itself, You think Alexa wins?
Literally rides on the back of Nia Jax for all the match.
I can see that. Literally, Alexa sits in the corner and Jax just kind of holds both ropes and stands in front of her the whole time.
No, it's literally on her back like Mad Max.
I don't care what everyone else says. Probably 9 out of 10 people will tell you Charlotte Flair is the best women's wrestler in the WWE. I say Alexa Bliss is, just because she's the only actual heel in the whole company, and I stand by that. I really believe that. Who else makes little kids cry?
That's my confession.
So, yeah, I think you got a good point there. Yeah. But I think if Alexa's in, man, yeah. You saying that, literally, I just see Alexa Bliss literally sitting on the shoulders of Nia Jax and be like, look over there! Boom! Look over there! Boom! Just telling her which way to swing. Huh?
I want that so much now.
Yeah, so there's that. On the guy side, other than the Nakamura thing, I mean, I want to see Nakamura do it. I mean, God forbid Cena comes back and wins. I mean, that puts Cena in a main event match at Mania for the record breaking. Huh?
Who does he challenge?
He's been on both shows theoretically lately, but he's a SmackDown guy, so it'd be AJ.
No, he's a free agent guy.
Well, I know he's a free agent guy, but I mean, most of the time he's on. For the better part of this year, he was on SmackDown.
Yeah, but he's already got his ass kicked by AJ.
No.
Maybe it's time to get his ass kicked by Brock again.
I mean, who knows? Maybe by Mania, Strowman will have the belt, and it'll be Cena Strowman.
I feel like it's going to be Cena Taker.
How does that Cena Taker no title involved though?
Well, Cena's not going to win the Royal Rumble.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay, I'm wondering how they're going to do that though. If Taker can basically come in and challenge anybody, but
so Taker back one more match.
The last ride.
Thought I was done with this shit.
I thought I saw Taker's last match. Damn it, live. I wanted to see it live. Don't have another one. I'm selfish.
You'll both see it live.
At this rate, I ain't going.
You're going, Scott, one way or another. I don't want to hear it.
I can't afford it.
It doesn't matter. Someone's going to take you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. You're going.
Seriously, no.
Right. Well, shit. I don't know. I'm not sure who the hell when it comes down to the Rumble. Then, if it's not Nakamura, I'm almost totally lost because I mean, Jericho comes back to win the Rumble and faces.
He needs to win the Rumble before he retires.
Well, because we got.
Oh shit! He hasn't won one, has he?
No. Well, because for the Universal title, we have Brock defending against Kane and Braun Strowman. I think this is where Braun can win it. And if Braun has it all the way up until Mania, who do you put in a rivalry with Braun Strowman?
Lesnar.
But so that means a SmackDown guy has to win the Rumble.
Nakamura. It doesn't matter.
I'm trying. Unless you have Lesnar actually win the belt, and then you have a Raw dude win the Rumble, and maybe that's somebody. I don't know. Maybe they actually finally go through and say, "Hey, you know what? Finn Balor, you're finally technically with heel guys. Let's make you the heel demon, and Lesnar will be the babyface in that situation." So you screw Lesnar out of the title at Mania? I mean, I don't know, man. That's hard. It's hard to think. You gotta try to think down the line at Mania to what will happen at Rumble. It's like booking backwards.
I'm a big fan of the idea of Balor using the demon to be able to help him beat the Beast. Because Finn Balor, the man, couldn't possibly overcome Brock Lesnar.
Hell no.
But if that demon takes him over, it might just be what he needs to do it, what nobody else could do. And, you know, it protects Lesnar in a way, I would say. And at the same time, you know, it's like what I've been saying about Brock Lesnar matches. It's like a video game boss. It's like fighting Goro. You know?
Yeah.
You got to be able to make sure he doesn't get his hands on you, because if he starts jumping on you and smashing you, it's over. You know, and you got to make sure you get your combos in and all this and that. You know, that's exactly what it is. It's a video game boss.
Yeah.
And, you know, anybody can get lucky with a video game boss, but nobody's really going to be that much better than the video game boss.
Yeah, you got to eke out the wins.
Exactly.
So.
I think Balor should be the guy to do it, but I don't think he's going to be the guy to do it. I think it's going to be Braun Strowman.
Yeah. Well, shoot, we gotta like 3 weeks until the Royal Rumble, so we got some more shows to analyze, and I'm sure we'll come back to this as the weeks go on up until the Rumble here, and they're gonna be in Philly, I believe. So, hey Scott, you want to since we're in the new year, did you want to run down the DB December list since we finally finished out the month? Yes, no, maybe so. Yeah, I was like, did I lose you there for a second? You have your list for DB December then? Your transition. He's like, give me a minute. You want me to just start running down my list while you're looking up stuff? Mana.
Are you guys about to name 60 movies?
Probably, yeah.
Good night.
Oh, we should have started with this shit. We could have got rid of it much earlier than this.
Nice. Well, you talk about the movies as we go along. Nothing wrong with that. So, all right. So, DB December again. We're down to the end now of our movie marathon things. But again, if you want to join us, you can always head over to horrorsonline.proboards.com. And the movie festivities usually start in August, but hell, there's lots.
Maybe not next year. I don't know if I have anything to do with animated August this next year. I don't know.
We'll see.
It was rough.
It was, yeah. It's a lot of movies to watch over the course of the second half of the year.
I am burnt out. 5 months of straight movie watching. I am burnt out. I was expecting to watch like 40, 45 movies for, DB December. I barely got 31 in.
And you're the one who wanted to put in Jaunty January there for a while.
Well, that was before we had animated August.
Yeah, that's true. So, all right.
I was thinking of just doing a weekend theme for Jaunty January. Like, hey, it's the weekend. Watch a comedy or two.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so so here's my list. The Replacement Killers, Donnie Darko, The Cube 2 Hypercube, Nerve, Get Out, Steve Jobs. That actually wasn't bad. It was the one with Michael Fassbender. So that one was pretty good.
Yeah, that's one that only focused on like 3 moments of his life, right?
Yes, yeah.
Before a big speech?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Batman the Killing Joke.
That one, then the other one. The one that has Kushner in it, or Kusher, whatever.
Yeah, Ashton, yeah. So, watch Batman the Killing Joke. I really like that one.
Hey, that's a really good one. I'm getting that on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'd never seen it before, so I was like, holy crap, this is really good.
It was a comic, a reprint of it.
Nice. The Great Wall. That actually was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Tenacious D, the pick of Destiny.
Really?
I'd never seen that up until this time. Yeah.
I'm sorry, and congratulations.
Yeah. No, one of my buddies loves to quote it and play music and stuff from it. I'm like, I've never seen it.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, because I didn't do DB December.
Yeah.
But I finally got to watch Jay and Silent Bob.
Nice. What'd you think?
Cock knocker is the man.
I love it.
Ah, shit.
And I love Ben Affleck talking shit about Ben Affleck.
Great. Oh man, yeah, no, that's a good movie.
There's a lot of meta jokes in it, but it worked.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I would watch that movie anyway and look at the camera.
So, I watched Passengers. That's pretty damn good considering there's like 3 actors in the whole damn movie. The Circle, yeah. Watched The Founder. That was the one on Ray, the drama about the life of Ray Kroc from McDonald's.
See that?
Welcome to the Jungle. Oh my god, that was funny as fuck. It's a company goes on a team building experiment, like excursion, and with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh my god, it's funny as fuck. I like that. Kung Fu Hustle, that really good. Watched a Netflix exclusive called Coin Heist. Yeah. Burn After Reading. Yeah.
You have to be into those style of films to really enjoy
Yeah.
that.
I watched a Japanese film called Tag. It's supposed to be like this girl starts like seeing like everybody dying around her, and she's like avoiding to be killed, and it's weird. It was a really weird movie
Sort of like the Final Destination, but not like Final Destination.
because every so often you see her like she like wakes up in a different body, and the same shit starts happening over and over again. It's really weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's a Netflix one, so but it's
I got this.
yeah, it's all subtitles. I watched The Reunion. That's a Cena movie. That one wasn't terrible, but not.
Oh, this one, he's the guy coming out of jail, trains the kid to wrestle.
No. That was Legendary. This one is him and it's him and his 2 brothers. Figure the dad dies, and the dad's last dying wish was that the family comes together to run a business on their own and do their own thing to work together. And so as they decide to, because one of the brothers is a bail bondsman, they decide to go after some dude who skipped bail and try to catch him like they're bounty hunters. It was like, all right, this is weird. It works for the time being, but I wouldn't say it's Cena's best movie. August Rush. August Rush was a good one. I like that one. If you like music, that's a pretty good one. Watch Pulp Fiction legitimately for the first time after how many years now Scott has been harassing me to watch it. So.
Yeah, you hated it.
No, I didn't hate it, but it's not really my cup of tea. It's just not my kind of movie.
Too much talking.
Yeah, I guess. Let's see. Watch.
It's time to say it's dialogue heavy.
Too much talking, not enough Lacey Evans.
Watch kids movie called Monster Trucks.
How was that?
It wasn't bad.
I mean, I like the guy who plays the lead actor in it. He's the one who's in also oh god, what was it called? The new MacGyver remake.
I don't know. I've never watched it.
Havoc in the X-Men First Class.
Bill Hader.
No, I don't think that's it. I don't know.
Oh, you said the MacGyver.
Not MacGruber.
Yeah, Guyver remake.
I'm thinking about MacGruber.
Why?
Oh. I watched an indie film called Dave Made a Maze. It's intriguing. Basically, the guy makes a box fort maze in his like living room, and then gets lost in it, and everybody thinks he's crazy. And then they walk in, and it's like a full life-size maze labyrinth inside the box fort. It's weird. It was really weird. Cube Zero, which is a prequel to Cube and Cube 2 Hypercube. Zodiac, because sometimes I think I'm a sociopath, and I like that kind of movie. I liked. I don't know why I like the crime thriller psychopath thing.
I like crime thriller movies a lot too. I couldn't sit through that one.
Yeah.
So it's actually about the Zodiac Killer and not Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
Yes, correct. And contrary to popular...
Let's be honest, we all know he was the Zodiac Killer.
I was going to say, contrary to popular belief, I did not see Ted Cruz one time in that movie. So... then I watched The Hateful Eight because I wanted to give a Tarantino movie another chance. Again, kind of torn. The second half of the movie I liked better than the front half. The front half was very dialogue heavy, and it seemed like more shit came together at the end.
Yeah, but everything came together because everything was set up in the first half of the movie.
It just.
I mean, seriously, like it felt kind of cozy-ish. Oh, shit's not really happening. Then shit goes down.
Well, and at first I'm sitting there watching this, going, "Wow, Tarantino actually doing a movie linearly." And then Act 4 happens, and I'm going, "Oh, he is going back in time." So there it is. Okay, but I'm gonna say I liked Hateful Eight a little bit better than Pulp Fiction. So.
Have you seen Django Unchained?
I have not.
You need to watch that one.
Okay, that's another one on my list to watch here.
Tarantino's gotten just better over the years, personally.
I like Inglourious Bastards. I really, that one I like the most, I think, so far.
That's the only one I haven't watched.
What was your favorite part about Inglourious Bastards? Who was your favorite actor?
Who's my favorite actor? I love how doofy freaking Brad Pitt is as Aldo Raines.
Okay. So you liked him more than you liked Christoph Waltz in the movie?
I think Christoph Waltz is the better actor in that movie, but I think I remember more specifically of Brad Pitt's character.
Christoph Waltz steals Django Unchained.
Yes, he is my favorite actor, completely. He was the best part of the Matt Damon movie Downsizing that I just went and saw too, by the way.
I really want to see that.
You know you don't.
No, you don't.
Oh, that movie sucks, Scott.
Really?
But it does have Christoph Waltz.
Oh man, the trailer seemed like it has such potential to be a good movie.
No.
I love the concept of it from the trailers I've seen, but really, that bad?
It's basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids for adults.
So there's no real circumstances or consequences or anything, huh?
Not really, no.
Damn it, there gotta be some sort of conflict when you do something like that.
I mean, there is one conflict in the movie, but, I mean, after it happens, you're like, well, that happened, whatever.
Yeah, okay. I don't know, the trailers seem like there's gonna be something more like the outside, like, there's like, you know, the highfalutin downsized people, and then you got the worker downsized people. Maybe, I don't know, just feel like the story's gonna go somewhere, I guess it didn't go there, huh?
It wasn't very good at all.
Shit, I really wanted to see that. I have free tickets too. I was gonna think about using one for that.
To round out my list here.
There are parts where it's pretty funny, but, you know, it's not the greatest.
I'll wait till I find it for like $3 at the Salvation Army then.
Rounding out the bottom half of my list here, Masterminds with Zach Galifianakis. Next is the Nick Cage movie, Daddy's Home, which I really like that movie, and I'm not a Will Ferrell fan, but that one was good because he shared screen time. And I tend to like.
Usually when he's at his best is when but unfortunately there's a lot of times he's just a lead star. I can't.
Yeah.
When he's like only in the film for like 15 minutes, I'm good. His best role will always be the producer's score.
Yeah. I found Hobo with a Shotgun, so I watched it and was.
You're welcome.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh God.
I watched a crime thriller called Horseman with Dennis Quaid. And then I rounded it off with some Kevin Bacon in Death Sentence.
Did you at least like that?
Yes.
Good.
So, all right, go ahead, Scott.
Oh, I don't want to anymore. God, I didn't do well. There are many days where I just didn't watch movies at all. So I'm kind of just going to run through the first half of this list, because you probably all heard the first half of this list throughout most of
the month.
Yeah, early December. So Voices, John Wick Chapter 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Hellraiser, Dead Hooker in a Trunk, The Return of the Living Dead, Macabre, Mario Bava's Shock, Fright Night 2, the original Fright Night 2, Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, A Blade in the Dark, Fright Night 2, New Blood, the sequel to the remake, which was sort of like a remake of the remake of the remake. I don't. Krampus, Critters, Critters 2, Critters 3, and Critters 4. Now,
I think that's
those films, of course, Return of the Living Dead is one of the greatest horror films ever, as well as one of the greatest comedies ever. I only saw Hellraiser for the first time ever last month, and I gotta say, it was a weird fucking movie. It was nothing what I was expecting at all. But I really enjoyed it, and the special effects, at least the gore effects, were really well done. Fern Gully is a classic. Fright Night 2 is better than Fright Night. Macabre, Shock, and A Blade in the Dark were, no surprise, very bad Italian horror films from the 70s. Spider-Man Homecoming. John Wick Chapter 2 really makes you want to see John Wick Chapter 3, and I hope to do a marathon in theaters because I did not see 1 or 2 in theaters, and I really want to.
nice.
The voices went from being, hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, to, oh dear God, what did I just watch? It was a very dark film. A little darker than I thought it was going to be. Some moments of comedy, but it was a very dark film, and I don't know how to feel about it. But I'm glad I own it, I think. Krampus is going to be a new holiday tradition for me, and we'll go from there. After that, when I finally started watching a few movies again, I'm still not doing as much as I wanted to. I did bring in a half-baked classic stoner comedy, Kong, Skull Island, which I enjoyed greatly. The Imitation Game.
Really good movie.
Yes, it is. 42, the Jackie Robinson story.
Another really good movie.
It really was. I'm glad I finally got to see it, although I really couldn't stand the way Harrison Ford was talking throughout the whole film.
Yeah, he talks like Nixon.
It's like, yeah, just you could have gotten anyone else to do that. It didn't need to be Harrison Ford. It was a waste of Harrison Ford.
Plus, what's his name as the manager, man, dropping the N-word on Jackie Robinson.
Alan Tudyk.
Oh my God, Alan Tudyk, yeah.
That got to be a hard thing to do, man.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, it was a very good movie, though. I'm glad I own it. Finally watched for the first time in a many moons, Scrooged.
I've still not seen that one.
Of course you haven't.
Of course not.
And then I followed it up with Scrooge from 51, A Christmas Carol. Then, another stupid stoner comedy, Biodome.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Bear 2, which I actually enjoyed better than Brother Bear. Oh God, I really didn't end this on a high note until like the end. Dr. Mordred, Master of the Unknown, is a not Doctor Strange movie. The company that started working on this had the rights to make Doctor Strange. Then they lost the rights to make Doctor Strange. But they said, fuck you, we're going to finish this movie. Why?
Okay.
Then Corbin Burnson led action film Firepower.
Okay.
Is it Corbin Burnson? I don't remember Richard Corbin. It was, oh God. The guy who played the voice of the spider creature in Monsters, Inc.
The spider creature in Monsters,
The
Inc.
one who owned the company?
Waternoose?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know who that was.
My brain can't remember his fucking name.
I'll look it up.
I am looking it up right now. James Coburn. James Coburn. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
He was the one that was, yeah. He was in it. It was a very 1970s action film. More Dead Than Alive was actually what I really enjoyed. It was a Western about a guy who kills 12 men and only did 18 years for it instead of hanging for it. And came out, struggled to find a life for himself, and eventually did, and then dies in the end.
Aww.
That's why I love the ending the most. A guy just rides a horse up to him and is like, Are you blah blah blah? Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Why'd you do it? Killed 12 men. One of them was my daddy. He said this time 18 years wasn't enough. And he just rides off.
Nice.
Seriously, it's like that's worth the whole fucking movie. Vincent Price is in it too.
Right on.
Yeah, I know, Vincent Price in a Western. It's pretty good entertaining. I enjoyed it. Tomas hated it, but I'll take it. Then I watched the Michelle Pfeiffer driven Dangerous Minds. Always enjoyed that movie. I should have used that as a reason why not to get into teaching.
Okay. Yeah.
I watched Brotherhood of Death, a blaxploitation film. Not bad, but not something you're gonna sit there and go, I'm gonna watch again, like tomorrow. Maybe in a few years I'll watch it again, or maybe I'll just get rid of it. I don't know. And then I ended it with one of Eddie Murphy's best, Coming to America.
Woohoo.
Just let your soul go. Exactly. Still, the best scene is with Duke and Duke.
And come on, James Earl Jones.
I mean, yeah, James Earl Jones is fine in it, but literally having the cameo of the Duke brothers from Trading Places in it, giving him the money, Mortimer, we're back. Come on, that stole it for me. I remember when I first saw that, I was like, oh shit! When I was a kid, I even went, oh shit! I used to love watching Eddie Murphy movies. What happened to him?
Norbit.
No, Pluto Nash.
Oh, yeah. That one, too.
Dreamgirls was a great movie, though.
He did get robbed for that, didn't he?
Well, after Dreamgirls, I feel like he kind of went down.
Well, no, he lost a huge step early on before Dreamgirls. Dreamgirls was like his comeback, and I guess once he lost with that, he kind of just gave up life.
Yeah, he had a lot of personal issues around that time, too.
Ooh, hey, they announced the Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Really?
Yeah, unless Sean Astin and Judge Reinhold return, I don't give a shit.
Hopefully.
Apparently, there was a TV movie from a few years ago that he was on where his kid was supposed to launch a series where his kid, Axel Foley, was supposed to be the next one, but I don't know how that works.
Interesting.
He hasn't done much. Have any of you ever watched 1,000 Words?
No. Never heard of it.
Probably not necessary. Let's see, Meet Dave, whole bunch of Shrek. Norbit was 2007. Much earlier than that. Dreamgirls was 2006. Like that could have been his that could have brought him back if they really wanted to, but they didn't. Haunted Mansion, Daddy Daycare. Oh god, I spy. That hurts. I gave that away. The Adventures of Pluto Nash. Showtime. People give Showtime a lot of shit. I actually like Showtime.
Oh, dude, I forgot about the PJs, the TV show.
Oh, the Nutty Professor. He did way too many films for kids.
Dr. Doolittle, and everybody knows him as Mushu.
Bowfinger. Wasn't a fan of that. Holy Man was not good at all. Dr. Doolittle wasn't bad. Mulan was good, and Metro is shit. I should know. I've owned it. The Nutty Professor. The first one wasn't bad. The second one was just unnecessary. Vampire in Brooklyn. Don't give a shit what anyone says. Beverly Hills Cop 3. Great. Distinguished Gentleman. Good. Boomerang. I like the Distinguished Gentleman because he tricked his way into politics, right?
I've never seen that one.
Okay, so he's a con man. And he takes his name and puts it on a ballot and actually runs for, I believe, Congress and gets in.
Nice.
And he tries to use it to con Congress and eventually wants to be a real congressman and actually have meaning for himself. You realize that we've had a man do this and become president.
Is that...
Although I don't think he's going to find a conscience in trying to do the right thing.
Well, we shall see.
I think you should watch it, though. As someone
Yeah.
who enjoys Dix, I think you should see it.
Yeah, it does. Just reading through the summaries and stuff, it looks like something I might like. So
Yeah, it's definitely one of his better films that people don't talk about. Like, you always talk about, 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop, The Golden Child, Harlem Nights. I mean, he's had some great films. Trading Places, one of the best, obviously. But, there's a lot of them. There's a few that have, fallen under the radar, like The Distinguished Gentleman, that just doesn't get any credit. And people hate Beverly Hills Cop 3 because it didn't have any Sean Astin in it, And Bougainville was gone, too, so... oh well.
right on. Well, so
I think The Nutty Professor was Eddie's best movie.
I enjoyed it. That was, I think, the first time I ever realized who Dave Chappelle was.
I mean, the dinner scene alone.
With him as every role.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That's one of the funniest movie scenes ever.
See, I'm not a huge fan of the Nutty Professor. For me, it'll always be Beverly Hills Cop. But then again, I've been watching that since I was 5.
Because the first Nutty Professor was, who was the love interest? Was that Jada Pinkett Smith? Or no, not Jada. Who was it? Who was the love interest in the first one? The second one was Janet Jackson, I thought, was in it. Or unless she was in the first one.
On The Nutty Professor?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nutty Professor 2 was Janet Jackson.
Okay.
I think the first one was Jada Pinkett Smith.
Okay. I was sitting there thinking, am I getting them confused?
Oh, it's Miss Purdy.
Yeah, yes. Miss Purdy, yep. Yeah. Okay. Damn. That's so funny. I haven't thought of that movie in so long.
Oh, Hercules.
He did that a little too well. Shoot. All right. You guys ready to call it a night then?
Hey, remember on the second one when they went to the all-you-can-eat buffet?
No, I don't.
Yeah, the dinner scene in the second movie. They went to a buffet.
I don't.
And then the grandpa choked on the avocado seed or something. He choked on something. and then Sherman had to go behind him and use the Heimlich maneuver. And then he spit out the seed or whatever it was and knocked someone out at dinner.
Oh, Jesus.
And so Sherman ruined the dinner for everybody.
Goodness gracious. Oh, man. It's always funny to think about that kind of stuff because it's was it really, is it really that funny or is it funny because of the age we were when we saw it? Would we act the same? Would we react the same if we saw it again this very day?
Well, some films yes, some films no. I know there's a few films that I've watched over time that I've gone, ugh.
Yeah.
What was I thinking?
There's
other films that make me go,
Perfect example of that. When I was a little kid, Rocky V was my favorite Rocky movie. Not so much anymore.
Jeez Louise.
Man, you already started over with the wrong Rocky, man. That's Rocky 4.
Rocky 3 is my favorite.
He liked it because it had Hulk Hogan in it.
No, that is not.
I can believe that. Actually, I do believe that. That is exactly why.
Glover Lane is the man.
Yeah, he was pretty badass. I guess he was pretty badass.
Can we just point out that almost every villain Rocky has faced in the first 4 films have had awesome names?
Yeah.
Apollo Creed, Clubber Lang, Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
And Gun.
Well, even the
90s.
Even the motherfucking jobber, Spider Rico.
Spider Rico.
Who would eventually go to wash dishes in his restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot about that.
Just so you know, that was actually the guy that played Spider Rico in the first Rocky.
That's funny.
They got the same actor to do it.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, man, Rocky was always, Stallone's always on top of shit like that when it comes to his films. He likes that stuff. You shit on Stallone all you want, but he's made some good films over the years.
Yep.
I'm actually pretty anxious to see Creed 2 with Ivan Drago.
Oh,
wait, they actually put in Drago in Creed 2?
Hmm.
Are they going to kill him like they planned to in Creed 1?
I didn't know they planned to in Creed.
Well, the idea was Stallone originally had it written into it that Drago was on his deathbed, and Stallone's Rocky went to see him, and Rocky was going to be like, if he dies, and walks away.
That'd be awesome.
Crazy, man. That's gonna be different.
They're going to fight fucking Dolph Lundgren?
I think so.
This sounds like a parody.
Dude, that'd be crazy. Dolph Lundgren still looks like he.
Yeah, fucking Saturday Night Live.
Dude, Dolph.
Yeah, it's like when Saturday Night Live did that Lethal Weapon 4 skit with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, and Mel Gibson drops a live grenade down his crotch and ends the whole show.
Oh, God.
Like every MacGruber skit ever.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ, this can't be real. Storyline: Adonis Creed tries to seek revenge when he goes toe to toe with the man who killed. Why? This shouldn't be that funny. This feels like Creed 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, goodness gracious.
God.
I guess I'm in the minority when I say I'm excited for it.
I'd want to see what they actually do.
I'll wait for a trailer to really judge it, but right now I'm going to laugh my ass off at the idea of it.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, shit. I am looking forward to a Creed 2, but holy crap, that is just stupid.
That's funny.
That's like stupid in a fun way. I hope this works.
On that note, I'm pulling the plug on this one. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, the like, the bell, whatever the heck it is now on the YouTube, to like and subscribe to our stuff so you can get updates whenever we go live. You can add the app on the Play Store, looking up Gorilla Blood Radio. Add us up on Instagram, Gorilla Blood Radio. Scott NDX is there. The Aaron Kendrick is there. Dekery at 247 there. Yeah. Lots of stuff out there. Shoot, man. And then next week we'll be back. Hopefully we'll have some fun stuff for you. And maybe no more. We'll definitely not have any more lists, at least for the time being, of movies, because that's all done for right now. So it'll be more wrestling talk and pop culture shenanigans, all that kind of jazz. Aaron will be at work probably, so we'll be bugging him and hearing some crazy stories about people trying to come in, trying to use the telephone, and being on the lookout from the cops or something like that. I'm sure we'll have some crazy thing going on, right?
Oh, yeah. Or the phone will ring while I'm on air, and someone will ask me to come up to their room because they want some company. The usual.
Goodness gracious, I feel bad for them.
It's always a female, too, so they know what.
Porn music cues.
Where now? Sexy. Subtle.
That just took everyone out of the
Subtle Craig Ferguson music there. If you guys remember that. Oh god, I miss that show. It's not the same with the new guy with
Gordon.
yeah
James Gordon.
Yeah, it's not.
He's funny, but he's no Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, it's not the same.
He's got his stuff going on for him, though. I mean, the carpool karaoke has caught on really big.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's funny.
It's
he's
just
entertaining, but he's no Craig
it's
Ferguson.
not Craig
I
Ferguson.
mean, they got Metallica to sing a Rihanna song.
Goodness gracious.
I mean, you can't get much more over than that, as they say.
That's pretty funny. So, all right. Anything else you guys want to add before we go here?
Nope.
All right, Scott.
I don't work here.
They don't work here? Okay. All right, for Aaron and Scott, I'm Daniel. This has been Gorilla Blood Radio again. Happy New Year. Happy Rusev Day again. And by next week again, it'll be Rusev Day again. So we'll see you. God, I swear to God.
It's a new Rusev Day for me right now.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah, that is right. You guys are, future boys there. So, compared to me. So, I'm still in today Rusev Day for me, and you're in tomorrow Rusev Day for you. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was very, very, very fucking eloquent there at the end.
God. that how you teach math to kids? It's like, well, if you put this number here, it's now here. It's not there anymore, but it's here. It's like, I don't know what's going on.
Yes. And we'll see.
It's like saying infinity of one, infinity of two.
I love it.
By the way, that is
It won't be soon enough before California just falls off the map, literally.
Quite possibly. Infinity in one is a legit thing. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Same. All right. On that note, for the guys, we will talk to you all next week, hopefully. Question mark. Gorilla Blood Radio. Bye.